Hi everyone, we are live. I just want to double check that we're live, make sure the audio is all working. We're really casual today. We're in bed. I'm still visiting my family in Florida. This is my mom's bed and my child is here and he's going through it. It is what it is. I am sorry. Hopefully it's hashtag relatable. I say this every time and it's super like embarrassing, but you know what? He's only going to be this little for so long. So I apologize that like the computer is gonna be moving. Like I have my phone attached. It's better quality this way, even though we're really casual and everything. I still want my quality to be really good. So if the camera's all like weird, that's why. Okay, like it's all moving and stuff. It's so annoying. I have this elevated a little bit so I can stay in bed. The only reason I'm in bed with him is because I can't put him on the floor. He's not quite there where he could crawl and like be okay. Uh, Okay, just making sure this is working. I like he's not at the point where he can crawl, but he's also trying to fall off the bed, like he's trying to fly everywhere. So it is what it is. Sorry, I'm just updating some of my description. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you all about how to create content more simply, how to make your process more simple, because a lot of people like they overthink the crap out of creating content and they feel super overwhelmed. And I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be as overwhelming as you're making it. So, I have a few techniques that I'm going to talk to you about. And the first thing we're going to talk about is actually just like how to save time. So, how do you create your content, how to plan and create your content in like a really short amount of time. So, there are two types of people in the world, right? And there are people who love planning. They are so methodical. They love their content planner. They have their paper planner, like their calendar all set. I'm actually not one that has a paper calendar, but I do love my content planner. I actually created a content planner. I'm going to talk about it a little bit at the end. But basically, what I love about there's two types of people in the world. Let me get back to that. The people that don't like doing that. I have friends that really, really don't like planning. They're like, oh, whatever comes from the heart, and like whenever I feel inspired, I'll post. And here's the problem with that: you're often going to be stumped on what to say, what to write about, and then that's where your consistency is going to lack. Obviously, you're not going to be able to be consistent if you don't have a plan. So here are a couple of time saving techniques, if you will. Content pillars. Everyone, you either hate them or you love them. Content pillars really help you organize your content, okay? And you're likely known for one thing, like whatever your niche is, the overarching theme. Now, let's try to be a little bit more specific about that, and because that'll make you stand out. So, what I help my clients do is figure out what their specialty is so that they become magnetic and irresistible to their ideal clients through their content, right? So when you create your content pillars, you could do it in whatever way you want. Like literally, you could just write them down. Like I have a friend who writes everything down on paper. Has notebooks full of stuff. Here's what I see with the problem with that is like often she's like, I don't know, remember where I wrote that. Like, hi Nicole, if you're watching, I'm not sure if you are. She will definitely like lose her stuff and whatever, but it works for her. She's like not gonna change, so it's fine. She doesn't have to change. But if you are more along the lines of like, I need to be organized, you can just write them down on by whatever means necessary. So if you just want to write down like, you're all known for one thing, one main topic, and then you've got like your other little I don't want to call them subtopics because I'm calling something else subtopics later. But basically, you want to make sure that your topic, your overarching topic, has like a few pillars, right? Let's call them pillars, content pillars that you're going to take. And it could be the framework you take your clients through, right? Whatever it might be. You want to give away your content. Like, you don't want to give away your content, but you want to scratch the surface of what it's like working with you. So, ideally, you do want to be talking about this in your content. You want to be promoting what you like, your framework, your unique framework within your content, right? So, literally the best way to do this, let me see if I can share my iPad. Please don't do this. Thank you. He's like attacking me. So, my iPad's about to die. Oh wait, no, it's not. When did it get to 100%? Sorry. Okay, so is this working? Oh, it is. Cool. Um, So you can literally just like, if you're in the fitness niche, you can just write things down like one, two. I would say at least at the very minimum you want four. So let's say your overarching topic is fitness. Well, that's really, really broad, right? You want to stand out. So let's say you talk about your ideal clients are women over 40 or something. That's a little better, but how do you help them? Like, do you give them workouts? Do you like, you want to be specific. But anyway, fitness is a very, very broad niche. These topics, and honestly, I'm not a fitness person. As you can see, I'm not a fitness person. So I really don't know like what goes into a fitness, but I'm sure like you would have to talk something about diet in your content, like, or like, nutrition, I guess. Let's call it nutrition. I don't know. Some people have different, this is why I need to be here. He's going to fall off the bed. Can you please? Thank you. Nutrition, whatever else it might be. Another way to do this that my mentor actually like preaches, who is Maria Went, if you know who she is. Ow, let go of my hair. So sorry, guys. She preaches the content wheel. So the content wheel is literally just a circle. Oh my god. Stop, man. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. So let's do that again. The content wheel is this. You have your main topic. Let's do something else. I would do mine, but I have like so many topics that I talk about, so it's a little harder. But let's do fitness again, fine. Because I can't think of anything else, to be honest. And I recently helped I had a client call yesterday, and this is what I help my clients do, because you might be like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I talk about so many different things in my content or in my framework with my clients. I'm so overwhelmed. Like, I don't know how I'm going to create content pillars. Like, I don't want to limit myself. And honestly, this is also not set in stone. Like, you can literally change this whenever you want. You can always add to it. But this is, again, the time-saving part. This is making your content creation process really simple. So you have this overarching theme of fitness, and then you're going to go into your subtopics. And what she likes to do is, what questions do people ask you all the time about your niche? Like, if you're already creating content, you likely get, a lot of engagement from people asking you not a lot of engagement. You don't have to get a ton of engagement. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you get questions. I'm sure someone has asked you questions regarding your niche. Like, how can I exercise when I don't have time? How can I exercise when I have to take my kids to school? Things like that. So you would answer these questions in your content pillars. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to put my hair up. So you want to answer these questions in your content wheel. So that's kind of what she does with this. I prefer writing them out because I can be as detailed as possible. And of course, I take notes on each individual content pillar. So that's how you save time. That's one way you save time. So writing it down is the number one way, because when you're like overwhelmed and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to post today, you can reference wherever you wrote that down and you can pull a topic from there. Can you please stop trying to fall off the bed? Oh my God, guys. It's like a struggle. If you need content ideas, though, I do have a free spreadsheet that I'll link in the comments when I'm done, because I can't do this right now. I have the link ready to go. And if you're in my group, if you're watching from my group, you likely already have this when you joined. But it will give you content ideas if you're stumped. Sometimes I still reference that sheet because I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to post today. Like, I'm really stuck. And I'm going to talk a little bit about like how to overcome creative blocks and stay inspired later on in this training. But again, you want to like one thing you're known for. Sorry. Oh my gosh. One thing you're known for. Oh my God. He literally tries to dive off the bed like he is going to crack his head open. One thing you're known for, and or what's the framework you take your clients through? Framework. What do people ask you questions about? I'm sorry, guys. My hubby's always out of town, so that's why I never have somebody watching him. It's just the way it is. Okay. So what else do I have? I have my list over here. So once you have your main thing, you want to create these subtopics. So, and these are things that you should be able to talk about month after month in your content. So like, it shouldn't be something you're going to get really bored of. It shouldn't be too specific, but it also shouldn't be too broad. I'm grabbing him by the leg so he doesn't fall off the bed. This is my life, guys. This is my life. Stop. Stop. So, you want at least, I would say, 6 to 7 subtopics per pillar. So what the idea is, this is week 1 of the month, this is week 2, this is week 3, this is week 4. And you have 5 to 6 or 6 to 7 subtopics. You can do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm sorry, Friday. I'm so sorry, guys. Hopefully this is hashtag relatable. It's a struggle, guys. He is teething. He is not still. He just wants to fly off the bed. Dude, chill, man. So like pillar one, you've got subtopic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Alternatively, people, if you have like a bunch of pillars, you can mix and match. Like I literally don't care. Like I go from one to the other like all the time. So it doesn't matter. Mom life, hang in there, multitasking mama. Thank you. Thank you guys. I'm not sure who you are because I'm using a new not a new software, but like a software that like I can't see who's commenting unless I'm at the page. Anyway, thank you so much for relating to me and not hopping off the live, because this is so, I swear if I was watching this, I probably wouldn't be able to watch it. Like I would have to leave. I'm so sorry, guys. Like I cannot. You drive me crazy, bro. Okay. So, once you have your main thing, create the subtopics. It's something you should feel comfortable talking about week after week. Not too broad, not too specific. Of course, he unplugged it. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is my life. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm done with this anyway. So once you have that, you want to create, we're going to talk about creating a sustainable content strategy that fits your schedule. So what that means is you're going to pick a post schedule. You're literally going to say, okay, I'm going to post, this is what I can dedicate my time to. This is it. This is the bare minimum of what I can do. Or I would say the bare maximum, the maximum. Thankfully, he's so cute. Thank you. I agree, right? Like who could be mad at this face? Oh, he did spit up. Of course he did. I'm going to have to clean that later. It's all over his onesie. This is my life. Oh my gosh. It's probably because you won't stop moving that you spit up. Yep. So, as I was saying, if you, at the very bare minimum, can only do, or the very maximum you can do is 3 times a week, then that's what you can do 3 times a week. Okay? And you pick those days and then you stick to it no matter what. Like, even if you have to create the post the day of. Like, I know some of my friends are like, I only post when I feel inspired. And that's totally fine. Like, you don't have to stick to these content pillars. Like, you still should know what you're talking about, though. Like, I often don't plan my content until the day of, or I just post. And I often post because I feel like posting. Like, oh my gosh, I'm inspired. Let me post, right? So what I'm saying is having this plan will help you be more consistent. It'll help you make sure that you're not stumped that day of. You're not like, oh my gosh, what am I posting today? So having your content pillars laid out for you is seriously so helpful. So please don't knock the computer over. As I was saying, once you're like, okay, I'm going to post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Instagram and Tuesday, Thursday on Facebook or something like that. You should definitely pick one platform you're going to concentrate on growing. For me, that has been my Facebook group this year. I have really neglected my Instagram, and I only started my Instagram in December. And even though I am known for Instagram, like Instagram is my specialty. That's how I help my clients grow the most. Of course he did. That was all you, boo-boo. You hit your head. So sorry, guys. So sorry, guys. Even though I'm known for that, I only started my Instagram in December, but I really only concentrated on my Facebook group. I feel like that's where I'm building the best community out there. So concentrate on one thing, but I'm going to talk a little bit about repurposing in a little bit as well. It's super easy to repurpose once you have a good system going. No, I'm not going to let you hit your head again, bro. So, like I said, if you can only post, three times a week on Instagram and twice a week on Facebook, then just do that. like, do not overextend yourself. Do not say, okay, no, I'm gonna post. And if you happen to be able to post extra, sure, do it. But at least you have this schedule going. And honestly, you should try, if especially if you're new at this and you're like, oh, it's so overwhelming. You should try to post at the same exact time every time you do post. Whenever that is, if you're like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm gonna post at 2 p.m. Eastern. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, no matter what. Even if that means you're creating your content at 1 p.m. Eastern, or honestly 1:30 p.m. Eastern, like, as long as it's done before, you want to get it done. So it doesn't have to be overly complicated. Like I said, I have clients that are like, I cannot plan my weekly content in advance. So what I do is the day of, in the morning, I'm like figuring out what I'm going to post, and that's it. Like, I have my content pillars, I pick from there, and that's it. And that's totally fine. But having your content pillars laid out for you is going to help you realize, like, it's going to help you pick from, like, you just pick the topic you're going to talk about. I also started my IG late in the game, been in the industry for 5 years. IG started 4 months ago. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I've been in the industry a while. I mean, I have a beauty account on Instagram, and that's how I know how to grow an Instagram account. So like I've had that account since 2014, so it's been a long time. Or maybe 2015. I don't remember now, but, yeah, that's pretty much what, it doesn't matter. Like, even if you started late, like, just commit to posting consistently. If you're set a schedule for yourself, if it's like, oh, I work my full-time job on these days or something, and something that prevents you from I have to take my kid to soccer, whatever it might be. Just don't post on those days, because you probably cannot commit to it. So stick to a schedule that will help you, like set you up for success, right? Like, it's not gonna fail you. Like, okay, I know I can post on these days, I'm gonna do it, and at the same time every time, right? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is tools and resources to boost your productivity. So I am going to talk about my planners now. I do have a content planner that is for sale. I will link my main one down below. It's Notion, because it's my favorite. That's the one that I love so much. But I actually do want to show you guys Trello today, because Trello it's a little bit less expensive. It's, I think, $37. I forget now. I'm sorry, guys. Because it doesn't have like all the automations like Notion has. I'm sorry if you hear the music in the background. He's just entertained. Let him be entertained, right? Instead of climbing all over me. Hashtag relatable. But what I want to show you guys is Trello today, because Trello, if you're like, no, I need something super simple, I don't need a ton of things, Trello is going to be your friend, because it's very simple. Or even Google Sheets, but Google Sheets is not as, I don't prefer Google Sheets, but if you're a Google Sheets user, I do have that, and it's $27 because it's even less automated. So, but I want to show you Trello because it does a little bit more than Google Sheets, but it's not as like fancy as my Notion planner. So this is what it looks like over here. You've got your business overview. This is a place to keep all of your business assets. So like when you start growing your team, which is inevitably going to happen, you have everything all in one place. Like, oh my gosh, what are we talking about? What are we selling this month? So you have a description of your product and services here. So your VA can come look at that when they are like answering comments or like whatever on your behalf, whatever they might be doing. So that's the business overview. What I really want to talk about today, though, is the pillar topics, as I was telling you. So you have I have a room for 10, and honestly, I can show you my personal Notion content planner, because I have like a million. I think I have 10 pillars too. And then there's 5 subtopics here. So you would fill them in. So again, minimum four. And this again is a visual way of seeing your content pillars and your subtopics. So when you go and you're creating your content, and maybe one day you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to post today. Like, I didn't plan this out. You can just reference this, right? So after that, you have your content pipeline. This is the real MVP of this planner. So there's a template here that you'll use when you're creating your content to help you plan it out, or when you're planning your content. So if you're like me and you plan your content in advance, like I said, sometimes I don't plan my content in advance. I don't want to lie to you guys and say I plan my content every single week. Oh, I'm ready to go. Like, no, especially because I'm doing this challenge now with one of my coaching programs, and we're doing it's sort of like you have to do a video every single day, whether it's a live or a reel or just a video, like a YouTube video or whatever it might be. It's literally just to put yourself out there and to get more comfortable on camera. Because I'm doing that, like, pretty much every day I've been like winging what I'm what I'm supposed to be posting, but it's okay. If you're planning out your content, this is going to help you because it's going to help you realize why you're posting content. You never want to post content for the sake of posting. You want everything to have a purpose, right? So here is my this is like my framework for captions. Captions are super important, especially on Instagram. I mean, obviously on Instagram. What I do sometimes is I write like a really extensive caption for Instagram that goes with the graphic, but also it will I can post that on Facebook because Facebook, they love more long posts. You don't have to attach like a graphic to it. Instead, I attach a picture of myself or something like that to it, right? So what you want to do, content, pain point, transformation using a personal or relatable story. This could be a client story or your own story, whatever it might be. What's the solution? And the lesson learned from that solution or value added. Doesn't always have to be a lesson learned. And then the CTA. So you're going to see these things in parentheses here. So this is why this planner is so valuable. Again, you don't want to post for no reason. You want every post to have a purpose. So these are just like more logistical things. Like, okay, I need a Canva thread. I need a Canva graphic. So Canva page, whatever. And this is, again, if you have a VA, like I have a VA. So I'm always like, if she's creating graphics for me, which a lot of times she isn't, because I just literally do it on my phone, but that's just me. And you can check off which platform you're going to be posting on, what kind of content you're going to be doing. Here's what I'm really talking about. So what are you targeting when you're creating this piece of content? Are you targeting your audience's pain points, their desires, their obstacles or mistakes, their objections or misconceptions, or relatability? What this means is, so you have your pillars and your subtopics, right? Your subtopic that you might be talking about on this one day, if you are targeting people's pain points, you're going to create a post that's totally different than if you were targeting like obstacles and mistakes, or if you're trying to be relatable. It's completely different. And same thing goes with the aim. So what's your aim with the piece of post? Do you want just like, it should be easy engagement? Wow. If you just want like them to comment, or you want to build your trust and authority, you want to send traffic to a website or a landing page or whatever, an opt-in page, whatever it might be, or do you want people to DM you to work further with you or for more information? What style is it? So these go hand in hand with the content type. So if you're going to be personal, you're going to look at the thumbs up here, and you're going to it's going to help you create your content in the more personal style, educational, logical, quick question, etc. So that's basically this helps you create your content for an actual purpose. This will help you create content that actually will convert, right? So this is the Trello, and there's a bunch of other tabs over here, but really what I wanted to show you today was this pipeline. It's the content pipeline and the pillar topics. So yes, on phone graphics. Would you use suggested? Oh, sorry. Let me not do this. I am going to show you my Notion planner. Would you suggest using social media management platforms to help with posting the same? You can schedule your posts. There's a lot of data surrounding whether scheduling posts limits your reach and stuff like that. I haven't really found it to be the case for myself or for my clients. Honestly, I go in and I schedule posts for my clients all the time. And their reach is generally the same as when they post some things. Sometimes my clients will post some things on their own too. So it really it really depends. It honestly saves you time. You can do it directly through Facebook Business Suite for Instagram, for example. You can do it directly through Instagram. If you have professional mode turned on Facebook, if you haven't noticed this on mobile, you can actually schedule posts to go up too. So there's that, and you can schedule posts in your group, of course. That's standard. I recommend doing that. So you're at the same time every time you do posts. I do recommend doing it for sure. This is beautiful. Thank you. It's so much hard work, okay? So much hard work went into these planners. I have them on Asana, Airtable, Notion, Trello, and Google Sheets. Google Sheets is 27. Trello is 37. The others are 47. I want to make Notion more extensive because I'm about to show you why. Here's why. Look at how beautiful this is. It's my baby. It's my pride and my joy, okay? So, am I sharing? I'm not even sharing my screen yet. Hello. Share my screen. Okay. So, here we are. This is my pride and joy. Okay? So, you have a place for task management here. So I feel like I need to make this more expensive, to be honest. It's not going to stay at 47 much longer because I don't want to show you guys my client tasks. But you have a calendar here. It shows you visually the tasks, the events, the tasks, your content calendars here. So basically, yeah, this is a lot more extensive. But I'm going to go to the content strategy portion of this because that's what we're talking about. He's tired now, of course. This is my life, guys. So you have your content resources. So this right here, this document won't be included in your template. You can add your own though. It is like an order bump if you do decide to purchase this because it's pretty valuable in itself and it's $7. It's a $7 order bump and it's pretty valuable in there. Okay. There's a lot of stuff in that. But you have your pillar topics tab over here. Like I was telling you about, these are my pillars. So let's see. I don't remember how many pillars I have because I have to like reference. Okay. I have 8. I thought I had 10, but I have 8. So, and then look at how many subtopics of each pillar I have. That's a lot, right? So I always know I have something that I'll be able to post. If one day I'm like, okay, I really don't know what I'm going to post today. I come here and I look at this and I'm like, okay, how can I relate this? Or how can I create a post really quick off the cuff? Like today I am supposed to, so I am challenging myself, even though the challenge that I was telling you guys about is for a video a day for 30 days, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. It's a video a day for 30 days, but I am challenging myself to do a reel a day for 30 days and go live twice a week, which today and tomorrow I'm going live. So, yeah, so there's that. But I do have a lot of stuff. And then I assign dates to them. So it makes it a lot. This is fully automated. So once I assign dates and I figure out what sort of form of content I'm doing, when I go back and I go to my content pipeline, it like literally just automatically populates and you have all of your social media platforms here. I don't know. It's a little slow, guys. Come on. How do you even refresh Notion? This is the app. Oh, here it is. So today I am posting, I'm actually posting a reel, not a carousel, because I decided I'm going to do reels, like I said, every single day. But when I planned this out, it was going to be a carousel. And I'm talking about building an authentic online presence. And you can see like all the details here. I might add some notes here. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Really quick, because I did want to talk a little bit more about some other things like repurposing. And let me look at my notes. I'm sorry, guys. But I will say I'm working on my pillars right now. Good. Yeah, pillars are important. You either love them or you hate them. With the last few minutes, though, I did want to talk quickly about overcoming creative blocks. Okay. And staying inspired. So the more content you consume, the more inspired you get. Now, I'm not saying, obviously, you don't want to copy people. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you do want to be on socials as much as you can. And a lot of people will say, okay, like, no, I can't be on social. And I'm not saying to spend every single spare time you have on socials. Like, no, seriously, take a break. Like, don't spend all your time on socials. Like, that is not good for your mental health. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you are consuming content. The more content you consume, the more inspired you're going to be. Like, I often create pieces of content based on what I see on social media. And I'm like, okay, I just saw this post and I just really want to talk about this real quick because it really captured my attention the way they did this. Or maybe I don't really necessarily agree with this, but I would love to hear your opinion. And it helps your audience engage with your content because it's like super, almost like pulp culture references a little bit, not really, but like if it's something like, oh my god, when Hormozy, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but him, when he did that whole thing and it broke the internet, everyone was posting about him. So there's that sort of thing. The more you consume content, the less creatively blocked you will be. So with this being said, the last thing I want to talk about really quickly is maintaining consistent quality without overworking. So when you have a post schedule and you're like, okay, I'm only posting these certain times a week, you want to make sure that it's still quality. Even if that means if you post at 2 p.m. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you're creating the content like right at 1:30, you still want to take your time and make sure that it's quality content. It matches your feed. And a lot of people are like, okay, I don't really have a feed aesthetic, and that's fine. You do you. Whatever is more authentic to you, whatever that is. If you're messy, then be messy on your socials. You want to be authentic because that way your audience will know it's you. You want your audience to be like, okay, I know that this is this person that I follow because of the graphic that I see on my feed. Oh my gosh, I just like, do you have those accounts you follow? Because I know I do. Those accounts you follow that you know immediately who they are just from like glancing 1 second at their new posts on your feed, for example. Like I do. I know exactly who they are. Um, I just literally do things on my phone though, so it's not really like an aesthetic feed. But I will say my Instagram feed, I'm proud of it. It's becoming really really cute. It's a little bit aesthetic. So hopefully this was helpful. I get inspiration with other people's posts. Yes, exactly. So I'm not saying copy them. It's just inspiration because a lot of times as creatives we get blocked. Of course, it's gonna happen. You're not always gonna be like super inspired. So the more content you consume, the less creatively blocked you'll be in general. With this being said, I will leave all the links, especially to my free spreadsheet, which I didn't get to show you guys today, but it's okay. The free spreadsheet, if you need content ideas, it will seriously help you. Um, and I love how he's smiling like he's not a little deviant, you little cutie. I'll link the link to my Notion planner, but you can get the Trello, Airtable, all the other ones. They're linked in that same sales page. With this being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.